Hey guys, what's happening? It's Thursday, March 12th, a couple minutes past 11 o'clock here. Have some pretty cool stuff that I got this week. Definitely some pretty nice finds. Went over to Goodwill to start the week off. They had a few new things in. Nothing amazing. One pretty decent pickup, and that is Snoopy versus the Red Baron. It is an air combat game featuring Snoopy. It is not complete. I'll have to track down a manual. Disc is in good shape. That was $4. Then I got Goosebumps Horrorland for the Wii. This is complete, in good shape. Not particularly amazing for either of those. I see the Snoopy game still goes for roughly $15, $20 sometimes online. Like I said, I'll have to track down a manual for it. Nothing amazing there, but pretty nice either way for $8. Then it was over to the Salvation Army, and they had more stuff in again. One thing that was nice that I found, this said it's been sitting there since February 27th. It was not there when I was there last week. I'll put it that way. I don't know if it was priced and then they just hadn't gotten it out yet. But anyway, first up, a DualShock 2. It's in great shape. Sticks are good. Buttons are stiff. They must have had those Control Freak tabs on it because the two thumbsticks are sticky. They must have had those pads on there. I'll clean that up. Otherwise, the controller's in pretty good shape. A little bit dusty, but for $5, I'm not going to complain. Also $5, the Polar Express. I am a huge Christmas guy, so to get this game is pretty cool. Needs a manual. I'll complete that. Actually looking forward to playing it because it looks very similar to the movie, so I'll give it a shot. Then the only other game they had there was Cubics, Robots for Everyone, Race and Robots. I don't know anything about the Cubics series. However, I've mentioned before, I like these games with the full color graphics on the disc, so that's pretty cool. It looks like that's basically what it is. It's a robot racing game. You race with the robots. It looks, in terms of look, it looks similar to like an RC Pro-Am, but with robots. It's got kind of an isometric view, I see. So that was pretty cool. Oh, one other thing at Goodwill, books, or not Goodwill, Salvation Army books were 50% off. So this was $2.50. Pretty amazing for $2.50. It's the GameCube version of Twilight Princess strategy guide. I'm actually excited to get this. I don't know if you can see it over my shoulder over there. There it is. You see that treasure chesty looking thing next to the Far Cry thing, next to the Far Cry 4 box. That is the Zelda, Legend of Zelda strategy guide collector's box in that treasure chest type thing. Looks similar to the Zelda games. Get this out of my way. Get this out of my way. Then it was some random pickups at Best Buy, GameStop, and Rock 30. So at Rock 30, I got Fear Files Extraction Point. This was $3. I had it before. I should have never gotten rid of it. One thing I'll say is I love the Fear series, but the first one was given to me on the PS3, so I completed that on the PS3. And then when I found out that Fear Files, the complete standalone series, came out, I was excited. And then I found out it came out on the 360 and PC only. No expansion was ever done to the PS3, which was kind of disappointing. Next from Rock 30. Kill Switch or Kill.Switch, whatever you want to call it. This is probably one of the first, if not the first, game to introduce the cover series. I have not been able to find this on the Xbox. No matter what I do, I find disc only or a game with no manual, and I'm not paying good money for a game with no manual. I don't mind doing it at a store, at a donation, but from seller to seller or from used games or eBay, I'm not doing that. When I do find it with a manual, it's usually new and they want $15, $20 for it, and I'm not doing that. I will get it for the Xbox just because I don't have it for my Xbox collection. One Best Buy pickup. This was $24 last week. I got it in between videos, but I'm going to include it. It was $24, so with Gamers Club Unlocked, it came to 19 bucks. 19 bucks for Sleeping Dogs. The definitive edition is pretty amazing. I am not going to turn that down. I played a little bit of the Sleeping Dogs when it was free on the PS3. I did like it. I just never jumped into it. This was supposed to be the sequel to, what was that game called? True Crime. True Crime. This was the sequel to True Crime, and Activision didn't like what they saw, so they scrapped it. Square Enix stepped in and made it a really fantastic game. One other, this was a GameStop pickup. This is, and I'm having a blast playing it right now. It's in my office Xbox, if you will. This is Adventure Time, The Secret to the Nameless Kingdom. There we go. The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom. If you haven't seen it or haven't played it, it's basically Adventure Time, an Adventure Time coat of paint slapped over A Link to the Past. Even the music and sound effects sound very similar. I'm actually surprised Nintendo's letting this one slide. But otherwise, this is a fantastic game. A lot of fun. I will say that if you've got kids or you're an adult like me who enjoys the Adventure Time series, I'm not saying I'm a hardcore fan or anything like that. I don't even know a ton about it. I just enjoy watching it when it's on. But I will say that it is a really fun game so far. I'm about 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours in, right around there. A lot of fun. It came out this past November, so it didn't, it was going up against the heavy hitters, Master Chief Collection, Call of Duty, Dragon Age, Far Cry. It was going up against all that, and released for a last generation console. Not going to get a ton of fanfare. Had to go over to the pawn shop with my buddy Ethan to pick up a couple of we just go over to the pawn shop. Lots of pawn shops and thrift stores, just so you know, people will donate or trade in their Ethernet cables. So oftentimes you can get a decent, we got a 12-foot Ethernet cable for $5. So you don't have to pay shipping or Best Buy or Target prices to get a Ethernet cable. And while I was there, I noticed that they had this. It was 25% off, so it was originally $12, so for $9, I got Rampage Total Destruction for the GameCube. Pretty fun game. It includes the original Rampage, and this one's getting tougher to find, definitely. Anything on the GameCube that's not a sports title, and even some of the sports titles, are definitely harder to find, so I'm glad to get this, put it in the collection. Standard Rampage game with 3D. It actually looks pretty cool. A lot of the GameCube games, for whatever reason, seem to hold up. I think that might be because they skewed more towards a cartoony image as opposed to a realistic. A lot of the GameCube games weren't going for that. And I find that a lot of those games, no matter what console, if it stays towards a cartoony image, like Cell Damage is one that I point to. They just had an HD re-release of it, but if you're playing it on the original Xbox and you've forced it into 720p, you can, it's stretched and scaled, but it still looks pretty fantastic because it stays within its limits, I guess. Then it was over to St. Joseph's, and they didn't have a ton of awesome stuff, but they had some pretty cool old sports titles for the Genesis. All of these are complete. First up is one of the only basketball games that was actually supposed to be a sim-based basketball game that I really enjoy was Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. This was $3. This game I actually played a ton of because it was one of the first college football games that allowed you to settle the season with a tournament, and it didn't have every team like Madden, or not Madden, like the NCAA series from EA did, but it had the top, what they deemed to be the top 32 teams. I don't even, it doesn't even say what, who developed this one. Sega Sports published it, so I'm assuming Visual Concepts or somebody that... No, they were with EA at the time, so I don't know who developed this one, but I played the hell out of this on my original Genesis. One thing I will say is, for the Genesis era, the football graphics are actually pretty sharp, and I have a feeling that's because they stuck to 32 teams. They didn't they didn't try to force it. This is college football's national championship is what it's called. There is a sequel to it. This one, man, the cart is in great shape. The label's in fantastic shape. I didn't look at it too much when I was there. I probably should have, but man, that's in great shape. Then one of the few college basketball games, and actually one of the few basketball games I enjoyed, Coach K's college basketball. I don't think they had annualized this at this point. So it's pretty sharp graphics and you could run zone defenses and stuff like that. Pretty sharp graphics for the EA, and this is one just like the college football's national championship. They only put 32 teams in this game instead of trying to shoehorn 300 some Division I teams into the game. So it's got 32 teams for the Division I season from for the 94-95 season. Then they have some of the all-time greats in here. The 67 UCLA team, 72 UCLA, 74 NC State, 76 Indiana, who I think was the 76 Indiana team was the last to run the table completely, go undefeated. Michigan State, 79, Louisville, 86, UNLV, 90, and Duke of 92. So you could have a tournament to decide who is the greatest of all time at that point. And then last but not least, this was $2. I don't know why the Genesis games were $3 a piece, but the last pickup from St. Joseph's is another sports title, but it's Knockout Kings 2000. Box is in really good shape considering it was a donation. All the inserts, are there. The cardboard tray is there, so that's great. Then for my buddy Ethan, he doesn't have any of this stuff anymore, so he just told me to take it, and I have never seen this in its completed form like this, but super happy to have it. That is the Game Boy Player startup disc. It's got all of its paperwork and the disc. I have a Game Boy Player, so to get this basically complete in box is pretty cool. So that's cool. I got that from my buddy Ethan for free. And last but not least, my biggest pickup of the week, I did not have to pay any sort of eBay prices for this. Best Buy is still having a massive clearance, and I was able to get a copy of this. I really wanted one to begin with. I just wasn't able to pre-order it or order it at all, and so it was tough to track down. And then just this week, they posted that they had a clearance sale going, and this was included. So this is pretty cool. I just got it today. I haven't even opened it yet. This is Tales of Xillia 2 Collector's Edition. With the clearance price and my Gamers Club Unlocked, I got this for $79. So that's pretty amazing for what's there. You get a bunch of custom DLC. You get the Ludger, I can't remember how it's pronounced. I'm sure if somebody sees this that's a bigger fan of the series or is more of a know-it-all about it than me, they'll explain it to me. There's a pocket watch replica, the art of Tales of Xillia 2, an action figure, a Rollo plushie charm, steelbook, soundtrack. I'll show you there. There we go. That's all the stuff that comes with it. I'm really excited to have it in my collection. It'll definitely get a spot. I have just dipped into Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. I haven't gotten to my Tales of Xillia copy yet, but yeah. So all in all, a pretty fantastic week. A lot of I see that the Tales of Xillia, I'm sure they got bought up really quick. I was fortunate enough to get one. I see that they go on eBay relatively high. This I'm not going to keep sealed. It is definitely going to get opened up. I'm going to set everything up. Obviously I keep the packaging for stuff. You can see that in the background. Yeah, I'm super glad to get it. So I am not going to do a recap. Just a lot of stuff this week. But like I said, pretty fantastic week. Next week I will be doing, I was able to get a collector's edition of Awakened Fate Ultimatum. So I'll be doing an unboxing video of that, as well as maybe a pickup video. We'll see. Gonna post my Xbox Gems video as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, still pushing for 50. So if you're a new subscriber, put a comment down below. or I have my Twitter handle on there too. You can tweet it at me that you're a new subscriber. Like I said, when I get to 50, a year of Xbox Live, a year of PlayStation Plus, or a $50 gift card to the eShop, I will buy the code off of Amazon and just email it to you. So thanks for watching. Another thing, Grand Forks area, we've been having great weather, so I have a feeling rummage sale season is going to, garage sale, rummage sale season is going to start really quick and early this year, so maybe we'll have extended garage sales. So if you're in Grand Forks and you see me out there, don't be afraid to say hi. I always love talking video games with people. So we'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.